Okay, hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Shooting Game Weekly, episode number 78. Today we'll be talking about Touhou Kishinjou, double dealing character, as it's more commonly known, the 14th game in the Touhou series from Team Shanghai Alice and Zune. Our special guest today is Mino. Say hi.
Hi, glad to be here.
We also have our normal staff on here. So myself, Softdrink117, Aquas is here.
Hello.
Frenetic was here and should be right back, hopefully. He's having some internet trouble right now, but hopefully he can make it back on quickly. And Soda Machine is hosting our stream, as usual.
Indeed, indeed.
I was hoping you'd say hi there, Soda, but it's okay. Mino, could you maybe talk to us a little bit about kind of how the game works, maybe explain the basic mechanics and how the scoring works, and then we'll dive into a replay once we get a little bit of an overview.
The basic stuff that we went through before.
All right. Okay. So if you're familiar with Touhou before, the layout isn't too different. You have fairies flying around on the stages, and when you destroy them, they drop red items and blue items. The red items are the power items, and they refill the power gauge on the right, which has a minimum of 1 power, but a max at 4 power. And every 1 unit of power, your character gains an option, which is the little familiar things that you can see around your character. The point items are where, obviously, your score comes from. Their value is dependent on how high you are in the screen. So there's a certain point on the top area of the screen. You might have seen the line at the beginning of the stage where if you go up there, all the items will hover towards your character and you will get them all at max value, and you'll also get a bonus for that. And this is a good time to bring up the bonus mechanic. This is DDC's specific mechanic, because most Touhou games have their own special mechanics, like PCB with borders and UFO with UFOs. So when you POC, the game will count how many items you've picked up, and depending on how many items you've gotten, you'll get a bonus for it. And the bonus is basically the value of all the items you've picked up times the multiplier. So if you get 20 items, you'll get a 0.5 multiplier, 30 items, 0.8, and then so on and so forth until the 2.0 bonus, which is the biggest bonus. And to get that, you need at least 60 or more items. This is also a good time. Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something?
Just said okay. I'm following along.
Oh, okay. So this is also where your resources are going to come from. So every time you get a bonus, you'll either get a life or a bomb fragment. If you get a 2.0 bonus, you'll always get a life piece. But any bonus below 2.0 will either be a bomb or a life fragment. So and every 5th bomb fragment, you'll get a life piece instead. You also get bomb and life pieces from bosses too if you capture their attacks.
Sounds good. And then you need 3 life pieces to get an extra 1-up, correct?
Yeah, you can see on the little, on the right, the hearts represent the lives, and then the stars represent the bombs. And there's a number, you might see it says 2 out of 3, 7 out of 8, etc. That shows how many more fragments you need to get either a life or a bomb.
Okay. So, yeah, we really see that this game seems to be all about the point of collection mechanic in particular.
Which has always been a pretty significant feature in the Touhou games, but here it seems like it's really kind of come into its own as sort of the definitive mechanic of the game.
Yeah. And did you want me to go ahead and delve into a bit of the scoring, or?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, so as obvious, most of your score is going to come from the bonuses. And in order to make the bonus higher, the player is going to want to fill up the PIV. The point item value is on the right. It's right under the power. You can see that 29,000. I'm not sure if it's 30,000 now because of the delay.
In the blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
So point item value is basically your graze, which is the gray number. And graze is when you're close to a bullet but don't touch it. You get graze points. And you might notice that when you cancel a boss attack with your bomb, or just when you end like a non-spell or a spell card, there's these little transparent orbs that code towards your character. those are called green items, and those are what fill up your point item value. So your point item value is basically your green items and your grays added together, rounded down to the nearest 10. Does that all make sense so far?
So mostly just, grazing is going to be helping you get those.
You want to graze, and I'm assuming then you want to be canceling the boss attacks at specific times. Is that what it sounds like? Or is it proportionate to the number of bullets or just the number of grazes you got during the attack?
It's proportionate to the number of bullets on screen. The most important way to get point item value is through the green items. And most of the time you will be bombing to get those.
So you want to be essentially like getting those cancels at the right times when there's lots and lots of bullets on the screen so that you can get as much PIV as possible.
Yeah, and on most of the non-spells, when you'll often see players bomb spam. That's because they're trying to milk the non-spells bullets for as much point item value as possible. So if you like bombing a lot, this is your game.
Okay, makes sense.
You'll definitely get to see that later on. Also, spell bonuses in this game, you might have known, well, if you watched the UFO episode, the spell bonuses weren't as important, but in this game, spell bonuses are actually relatively high, so there is some emphasis on capturing spells. And unless you're Sakia B, bombing does not cancel bullets in spell cards.
Ah, interesting.
What does that just say? Another technique you're going to see a lot is suicides to get specific 2.0s. Many times when the player has run out of bombs, there will be times where they suicide, and when you suicide, any enemies that are on screen are going to get damaged. So you can time your suicide so that all the enemies on screen die, drop all their items, and then you can POC to get a bonus while you're invulnerable. And your character also drops 7 items, so yeah.
Okay.
This is the kind of the strategic use of suicides for item collection and to damage enemies almost sounds like things you'd see in Rising games, or people in chat are mentioning Ibarra, which I would tend to agree with actually. There's definitely some similarities here, which makes this pretty interesting. Very much a departure from what we normally see in the Touhou games.
How often do you do the suicides, would you say?
It happens on stages whenever they've run out of bombs, and at specific points they will do so.
Okay.
Most of the suiciding happens on bosses so that you can get more bombs to bomb the bullets for more point item value. As you can see what he's doing to Sekibanki right now.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I guess I should have mentioned, during stages, another technique, you can't always go to the POC. So sometimes you'll see them bomb to get the items, because when you bomb, all the items on the screen will come towards you and you'll get a bonus, and you'll get them at max value as well.
Bombs are pretty useful. I see.
Is there any penalty for using bombs?
Well, at the end of the game, there is a clear bonus, which on the main game, you get 3 million points per bomb at the end of the game, and then 10 million points per life. And then there's also the stage bonus that you get on every stage. It's your stage number times 3 million. So stage 1 will give you a 3 million bonus, and so on.
I see. So can you talk about maybe focus tapping? Is that a little bit that you may want to bring up later in the episode, or just...
Okay, so with Reimu, you might have seen that they were focus tapping. It's a Reimu A type thing, is that her Gohei is really strong, but there's a delay between when it despawns, so the player can tap to make their unfocused homing amulets attack the enemy as well, so it does a lot of extra damage.
I see.
Yeah, and I guess focus is when your character's slowed down, unfocused is when they're not slowed down, and when you're unfocused, depending on which character you use, both the A and the B shot types will share the unfocused shot, but the B shot, sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. Keep on going.
It has to do with the game's plot in the sense that your character will either take their cursed weapon or they'll leave it behind. And if you're an A shot type, you're using the cursed weapon. If you're a B shot type, you're not.
Okay.
So that gets into the story. Did we read the story yet?
No, we haven't.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about cursed weapons, and if you leave your weapon behind for the B type. So the story of double dealing character is yokai are rebelling, and the Tsukumogami are turning up, but no one knows what's happening. Clouds are gathering, and a strong wind carries the sounds of a huge building. Gensokyo is full of the sounds of dissonance. The individual weapons of the three protagonists are starting to act oddly. It's the protagonist's job to either take their weapons in hand and fight the yokai, or cast their weapons aside. So that means that like the A type is you keep your cursed weapon, and then the B type is where you've cast it aside, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, do I want to go through stage 1 and have Minogame explain kind of the flow and everything we've learned so far?
Sure.
We're going to do a countdown for that.
Okay, this is the stage 1
Yes.
from Hearst.
And just give us the flow of kind of what's going on. And
Okay, does everyone have the links ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, you good?
Yeah, good.
All right, I'll count it. 3, 2, 1, click.
Sorry, for some reason my video is moving. Okay, so at the start of the stage, what he's gonna do is he's gonna not kill all the enemies yet, but kill a specific few so that he can get a bonus, and then he'll wait a bit before POCing so that he can get the next enemy to kill and get another bonus.
Ah, I see that.
So in this game, it's not always about just POCing every item available. I mean, in the later stages you will do that, but a lot of times it's strategic. Don't kill all the enemies in POC, but kill certain few so that you can get multiple bonuses. You'll see that a lot in the early game.
Okay.
So there's lots of sort of delaying in order to build up these bonus chains.
Yeah.
That's it's pretty interesting. It almost seems kind of like a DDP mechanic where you would delay kind of a kill or in this case an item collection in order to maintain your chain. That's pretty cool.
Okay, what else is there to say? I mean, there's not too much else to say about the basic kind of stuff. Right now, he's just sort of gathering as many bonuses as he can, grazing some of the stray bullets in order to increase his point item value.
Mm-hmm.
Most of stage 1 is just building up your resources.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's too much going on in stage 1. So.
Sorry if I'm
It's okay.
No, that's okay. So is it just like he's just trying to power up?
Yeah.
Trying to get as many bond fragments. So grazing means, for our basic viewers at home, I'm just going to cover like the red items are power-up items. The blue items are the bonus items that we're talking about. And grazing means you're trying to get as close to the bullets with your hitbox without dying, and that increases. Can you speak a little bit more about graze?
Yeah. So, basically, how your graze adds into the point item value is the amount of graze you have is added to your point item value, rounded down to the nearest 10. And as you can see right now, he's actually grazing the first spell in order to get as much grace as he can, abusing Duke's little oversight, if it is an oversight.
And the
graze it.
And the grace is represented by the gray number, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't say that before.
So these kind of grazes inside of patterns, you see this a lot in several different Touhou games, like these kind of super grazes, which are very kind of positioning dependent and timing dependent, understanding what patterns are going on. Would you say that they're more or less significant here compared to any of the other games, or?
Well, DDC isn't too graze heavy, at least from a mechanical standpoint. A lot of the grazing is actually done during your bombs. Like I said before, that bombs give you point item value. Oftentimes you'll see the character going to the spawn point where the boss is, sitting on top of the boss and getting grazed while they're bombing. You'll see that a lot in the Reimu A run. So they can cancel out as many bullets as possible while still grazing. And Sakuya B has the best bomb because she can pretty much freeze the entire screen and get point item value for every bullet that's on the screen. It's pretty crazy.
Okay. We got a good idea of what's going on there then.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And there's something a little minor I forgot to mention. When you're unfocused against a boss, they'll drop power items. And when you're focused, they'll drop little green items for your point item value. And Sakuya B has an advantage that she gets the most green items. It's a character-specific trait.
Huh. Okay. So is she then kind of the most, like, I'm imagining the highest scores then come with Sakuya B.
Yeah, because her bomb is so great. Her shot is so great at scoring.
Okay. All right. Well, are we ready to move into one of the actual replays?
Sure. The UKT one?
I don't know.
Do we want to do stage 4 or extra? That's what's available right now.
Let's do the stage 4 so I can
Sounds good.
see the scoring in action.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and then from stage 4 onward, most of the bonuses you see will be 2.0s, well, stage 3 on. And basically, you can see his point item value is already at 214k. He built up a lot of his point item value in the earlier game, and now from stage 4 onward, he's just going to do lots of 2.0 gathering. It's also important to note that with the 2.0 gathering, you're also getting life pieces, which allows for more suicides, for more bombs, for more point item value, and of course, more score.
Okay.
And this term, the 2.0, that's just used to refer to the multiplier when you're collecting, right?
Yeah, you see the little thing that says bonus, and then it has a number right next to it? Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure. Just trying to clarify.
Now he's going to make use of the little oversight at this section.
That's a cool
I don't know if
save
it's
spot.
It's a bit silly though, but enemies start firing at you later, so I guess it's not technically a safe spot forever, so he had to move down as those yin-yang started appearing.
Okay.
Again, you're seeing the use of bombing to get 2.0s because he's unable to reach the point item POC. Okay, and we're about to approach the mid-boss, and this is a great demonstration of point item value bombs and raising on spawn points. This mid-boss has 2 non-spells. He's not going to do anything on this first non-spell, but he'll do it on the second, just because he doesn't have enough resources to milk everything. So, And he's going to strategically time his bomb for when the bullets are at the edge of the screen so he can get as many bullets as he can for that bomb. And you can see when he dies, he tries to kind of circle around to get a little bit extra grace before he has to die again. Okay.
Wow, so each cycle he gets like 1,000 grays.
Yeah, but this is just crazy how much you get with Sakuya B.
Yeah, wow.
It's unfortunate that not every character can graze at the spawn points because every character's bomb is different. Okay, and now he's just going to build up 2.0s. And it's important to note that now he doesn't have as many resources, so he's not going to be able to do a lot of milking on the stage 4 boss. So when the boss comes, it'll be mostly just trying to get through without dying too much or dying.
So in that way, that's like kind of analyze the flow of the game to find the best spots to basically take advantage of bombing and suiciding, that type of thing. Is that somewhat true?
So, yeah, there are select bosses in this game which are gold mines for point item value, like the stage 2 boss as you saw in the earlier video at the introduction, and then the stage 4 boss. I should note though that the stage 4 bosses are different depending on whether you have your cursed weapon or not. This boss is Yatsuhashi. If you're playing an A shot, she will actually appear as the mid boss. And instead, the character you saw during the mid-boss spin-in will appear as this boss for an A shot.
Interesting.
This boss doesn't really have as much to give, but when we watch the Reimu A run, the Stage 4 boss is going to be heavily milked because she has a lots of bullets.
I like that graze there.
Yeah. It makes me wonder, like, on the first spell in Stage 1, you know, it might not have exactly been an oversight because of the way it spirals, but the spell you just saw, the bullets are aimed at you so slowly that it's crazy that Zoom didn't find that. Oh, and this spell is a bit interesting because a lot of people have said that it has a reference to a Dondon Patchy attack. I've never played those games, so I don't know exactly which one, but you might see the result.
It looks vaguely similar to some patterns that we see in kind of Diojo near the end. There's some sort of washing machine type patterns there that look vaguely similar.
And then now we're approaching the last spell of the stage, and this is arguably the hardest spell card in this game. It is nuts, and if you can capture this consistently, you are a god player.
That is pretty fucking evil looking.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
crazy.
So to make the Rising comparison again, it seems like since you're taking advantage of like a lot of the scoring mechanics, you're always on the last life too. It looks like.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Subterranean Animism in that you use all your resources after the Stage 2 boss, and then from Stage 3 onward, you're kind of riding the line of game overs, especially with Sakia B.
So yeah, a lot of optimization there, and then just making sure you don't get hit in those times. So I imagine that adds to the tension of the game.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you have anything else to add about that? Otherwise,
No.
looks like we're getting ready for our Reimu A run here.
Yeah, the fun part. Well, it's all fun, but
The main course, if you will,
Yeah.
and we also have an extra replay as well.
Yeah,
That
so
will
we
come up.
had some appetizers here, and now we have our main course. So this is going to be, what, a half-hour run, correct? Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Game.
Awesome. Okay, so this is where we let it all hang out.
All right then. It sounds like we're ready. I shall do the countdown.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So now that we're watching Reimu A, we'll get to see how glorious her Gohei is. Her Gohei is basically a homing mop of death, and it basically homes in on anything that's near you, and you can also kind of control it in a way by going up to certain enemies and pressing focus, and it will immediately home to those. There's a lot of really interesting POCs you're going to see late game with Reimu A. And I also want to bring
those grazes
up
right there were quite
just now
impressive.
that. Oh yeah. And speaking of graze, mid boss is coming up. Now on Lunatic, this non-spell has a ton of bullets, so it's actually worth it to graze here. And as you see, he's positioning himself so that he doesn't damage the boss with his bomb, but he's also able to graze and get as many bullets in his bomb as possible. Unlike Sakia B, Reimu A doesn't have the full screen to her bomb. She only has that little section in front of herself. So you have to be really careful about how you do things so that you don't hit the boss and kill them too early. And you also have to move around on some non-spells in order to get as many bullets in your bomb as possible. We'll see that on the Stage 2 boss. Okay, so here is first demonstration of suicide in this run. As you see, he's going to use his invincibility to kill some of the fairies and then finish off a big fairy before finally POCing.
Ooh,
And-
impressive.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice little way to refill his bombs and get a last minute 2.0 before the stage ends. Okay, and you're not really going to see that much bombing on this boss until the second non-spell. And as you would have guessed, on the first spell, there's going to be a lot of that gray spinning we saw earlier.
Oh, I hear some more of that spinning, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so now that we've got 30 seconds to kill, is there any questions you guys have regarding this game or its scoring?
So the go high you meant was like kind of the B shot, right? The focused B shot. Or I mean, excuse me, focus shot. Yeah.
Yeah. It's focus A shot.
So for trying techniques for people at home, what should they try first so they're not frustrated with dying all the time?
Reimu A is really good for survival. So as you saw earlier, whenever he was shift tapping, if you get your Gohei on the boss, you'll notice that it starts to move away, but you can reposition it so that you can keep doing maximum damage. It actually is a lot more powerful than you think, and it kills attacks rather fast, so it's a really good thing to have around. It's also really good at managing the enemies that appear on the stages. Sorry, you're about to say something.
You mentioned shift tapping. Could you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, so if you notice the delay, when they unfocus, the Gohei doesn't just vanish. It stays there for a really tiny amount. So what they can do is they can unfocus to get some of the unfocused homing amulets out in the field, so they can basically hit the boss with the Gohei, the main shot, and some of the homing amulets, and it does a lot of damage.
And we were just seeing that there against the boss.
Yeah, on the last
cool.
spell. It's pretty
Yeah.
All right, and as you can guess, there's going to be another suicide, and he's going to position himself so that he can graze some of these lasers. This is actually kind of a recent technique that was invented, for lack of a better term. And he's got to make sure he kills that big fairy before he POCs. And the invincibility gives you just enough time to do all that. It's pretty fun to watch.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
All right, and then mid-boss time. Now in this mid-boss, he's gonna damage her a bit first to get some power before he stops shooting, because he's actually gonna want to milk this non-spell for point item value. Yeah, graze, and then bombing, because there is a lot of bullets coming his way, and it's ESD all over again.
By the way.
Yeah.
I see, because the bomb turns the bullets into point items and get more points.
Yeah.
Yeah, point item value.
More focus tapping. Is how it is.
Yep.
Her head's floating around.
Yeah, this boss is kind of weird. She takes off her head, and it's... The first time I saw that, it was kind of unnerving.
That was creepy.
Right here, you get to see a cute little 0.5 that he does by delaying those items. And then here's a free 2.0s.
And more laser grazing there.
Yeah.
Once again, the 2.0s are always a life item. Is that right? Again?
Yeah,
Okay,
always.
yeah.
And right here, he's going to do another suicide.
Wow.
And then immediately getting another. That's really cool.
That's a definitely rising type tempo.
All right, are you ready for some resource dump?
Oh, yeah.
So basically, he's going to bomb a lot and get a bunch of point item value. And as I said before, Reimu A's bomb can't cover the whole screen. So he starts at the bottom once all the bullets have spawned, and then slowly starts climbing up so that he can get as many bullets as he can. And eventually he hits the boss where she's firing those little circle things. And then he's also gonna suicide so that he can have more bombs on the second non-spell.
Wow. Just really using the bombs to collect points.
Seems like a
And this
pretty...
spell card
head,
dies really fast.
Yeah, that head. It looks like a pretty gratifying system, seeing it in effect now.
Yeah, it's really nice to see. Like, a lot of people are kind of turned off by the resource dumping, which I guess I could understand, but it's not the whole game. It's just kind of the beginning, and then stage 4, and then afterward you get to do lots of cool 2.0s on the stages, so... yeah, and if you notice there, if you die while there's green items on the screen, they will actually stop homing towards you, which is really weird and a little inconvenient, but it's not that big a deal. Okay, this spell's a fun one because she starts spawning heads everywhere, and they actually drop items if you kill them.
Oh man, that
Whoa.
they don't actually shoot at you. It's a pair of shots, and since they're aimed, they shoot around you. So you just man.
And so this is kind of cool. What he's going to do is he's going to kill 3 heads and then the boss in order to get a 2.0 from his POC. But he's also going to... There's a point around her where if you go close to her, she'll start firing rings at you, and he's going to spawn some of those bullets to get a better cancel, basically. It's kind of
kill
cool.
her right as those are coming.
Wow.
Yep.
Very cool.
I love this replay. And this is going to be milked for graze. So he's going to move up and kind of graze those little lanes that are spawning. And lasers. All that good stuff. As you can see, he already has 18,000 graze at this point from all the grazing he's done from bombing and non-bombing.
Cool.
All right, and now for stage 3. This is the beginning where basically almost every single POC, if it's not on a boss, is going to be a 2.0. As you can see, the bonuses are a bit higher now, but that's because of the PAV. It's gotten higher.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of a neat section. You start at the left, and then you slowly start moving to the right. POC, rinse, repeat. As you can see, the Gohei is very, very good at handling the enemies. It's such a great tool. Okay, and then one last 2.0 before the mid-boss. Alright, and then he's gonna bomb so that he can end this off as soon as he can, because there are extra enemies that spawn if you kill the mid-boss fast enough. That's something you see in pretty much almost every Touhou game, is that Zune basically times his stages with the music. So if you kill a mid-boss fast, extra enemies will spawn. As you can see there, that was an unfortunate death there. The bullets hadn't completely despawned, so he did die.
Bummer.
Yeah, but he got the spell bonus because he died like right in the interval where spell bombs have still gotten.
Kakutsu, the only way we can do a live episode is if we can get live commentators, and I don't think any of the people who we know are coming to TouhouCon are qualified for that. But if someone wants to come and help us out, I mean, that might be cool.
Yeah, come out to TouhouCon. We
Please
can put
do.
you on the team, and we have space for people to demo games. Otherwise, it's just going to be the F-Man doing normal runs of PCB and IN. So that's not going to be too fun.
Don't make us stoop to that. Also, I'll play cave games and shit, but I mean, yeah.
But I'm brewing a beer. I'm going to bring some beer that I homebrewed for TouhouCon. I'm looking at it right now, brewing a bubbling away. Drink some of the F-Man's beer. Okay, take it away, Mino. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say this boss is pretty infamous for being very difficult. Okay, so basically the goal for this boss fight is bomb on the non-spells and then suicide after the next spell card. So bomb as much as you can on the second and third non-spells, capture the resulting spell, and then suicide.
Does the bomb do more damage with the big swipe, or does it do less damage in between? I mean, close to the character.
It seems to do a lot of damage if you're close to the character. There's like,
because it seems like it's the hitbox is primarily on the end of it, you know.
Yeah, but it actually does a ton of damage if you're like really close to, which is really weird. But
okay, I was wondering about that.
That was an unfortunate death there.
Yeah, that was
these
rough.
things are hard.
Ooh, that was like a interesting pattern, the blue there.
And then as you saw in the second spell, another bomb. And what he does here is that he moves to the side of the screen so those little balls can spawn the smaller balls. Because if you just cancel them right away, the little bullets won't spawn, and then you'll miss out on some lovely PIV.
I see what you're talking about there. It kind of shoots these larger bullets, and then those break into the little lines.
Yeah. All right, and then the last spell in which you're going to be hearing a lot of her signature "awoo." It's become a catchphrase. Nothing too eventful here other than just trying to kill it as fast as possible.
Ooh, those radials from behind.
Can she ram you there?
Yeah, she has a hitbox, so you gotta be careful.
Gotcha.
All right, now for some really, really weird but interesting 2.0s. Right now, he's just gonna do a quick bomb to clear those bullets and get some PIV. And because he's also gonna have to suicide right here, so I mean, why die with the bomb and stop? And then right here, he's gonna make use of a mechanic. If you've noticed, as soon as you POC, you don't exactly get the bonus right away. There's a bit of a delay. So you actually have more time to chain items than you think. And that is very useful in scoring because it allows you to chain a lot of items for 2.0s.
So there's a certain timing there that comes into play.
So now he's going to position his Gohei on the left side and then go on the right side to kill both sides. And you saw this part earlier. Now there's like no bullets because he's taking Goku for those enemies.
That's pretty cool. I always love kind of positional tricks like that where you can sort of separate one part of your ship, like what we saw with Boss and Dragon Blaze. Had a lot of similar stuff with the separating the dragon, putting it in a certain part of the screen. I love that kind of thing.
All right, and then he's just getting a few more bonuses before the mid-boss, who this time is going to be Yatahashi, who you saw as the main boss in the other video. She's just a mid-boss here. There's not too much interesting on this first non-spell. The second non-spell is a Gray's Bomb Point. Yeah, and as you can see, Reimu A's bomb goes a little bit behind her as well, so he can make work of everything that's not directly below him.
Wow.
As you can see, his point of value is now reaching high numbers. Oh, and he's not going to POC the after mid-boss items right away because he wants to chain for 2.0. And this part, you make full use of Reimu A's awesome Gohei, where you can hit enemies from behind you and chain more 2.0s, and kind of like a circular movement. It's pretty cool. Pretty fun to do, too.
Nice. Yeah, those sort of like around the world dodges are always fun when they can actually be useful. They're terrifying when you're just doing them out of desperation. Like you tap up to one edge and then you're like, oh god, I gotta go all the way around. But when you're actually planning for them, they can be a lot of fun.
And as you can see, he actually has a bunch of lives, and that's just because like pretty much almost every single bonus in the stage has been a 2.0. And this game gives you a ton of resources if you know how to get them. And guess where all these resources are going to be going? The boss.
Of course.
This boss is pretty crazy in the sense that she basically fires lasers that then spawn notes, so you can stay on her spawn point, graze the lasers, and to add to that, the notes are aimed towards you, so they will go towards you and your bomb and get canceled.
Nice.
All the things.
Yeah, all of the things. All of the grays.
She is such a gold mine with Reimu A, with all the A-shot types, really.
Suicide there, intentional, I assume.
Yep, and then he's gonna do some grazing during that invincibility, finish off the card, and then quickly kill this spell. But first he's gonna get into a position to super graze that and go.
Nice. I'm really resisting an urge to make some absolutely terrible mop puns.
It's a good mop though. Does its job well. And if you notice, he tries to time his bombs for when the lasers are starting to fire.
Okay.
Like he delays his bombs a little bit after they're finished. Because he wants to graze the lasers during invincibility.
Wow. Just from this boss alone, so much graze.
And so much point item value too. It's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
On stage 5 onward, a lot of basically all of the boss milking is going to come to a halt, and the primary focus is going to be getting 2.0s and capturing spells.
Why is that? Is it just not worth milking the bosses, or is it dangerous, like for survival reasons, or?
It's more when you start stage 5, you're not going to have a lot of resources at all, and like
Okay.
you're going to have to do suicides on stage 5 to actually get bonuses and stuff like that. And also he wants to build up all his resources for the end bonus, the end game bonus.
Okay. So yeah, it's just not worth it. You don't have the ability to take those risks. The stages are more lucrative. The end bonus is more lucrative.
Because if you think about it, it's very late game. You're not going to be getting too much afterward. And this is probably the most graze bomb worthy thing of this game for Reimu A. It's absolute hell to dodge as well. In survival,
Yeah.
most people just try to kill this thing as soon as they can because it's crazy.
The notes look like they would have pretty annoying hitboxes. Is that true?
They're annoying because they like wiggle around as they move, and it just.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
And then this is kind of a hype spell card because he wants to try to capture it. Because as you can see, the spell bonuses are starting to get really high in this late game.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And now he's gonna start at the top of the screen and slowly move down. He's gonna use his Gohei to kill some of the enemies on the sides of him, and then he'll go back up and then get the items for 2.0. Kind of cute strat there. Right now he's gonna go to the top left, misdirect those yin yangs up to the top left, and then kill them so that their items stay on screen as long as possible. Unfortunately, he misses the 2.0 here. It's kind of a shame loss, but it happens to the best of us. He's gonna suicide here so he can kill all these enemies, get another 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's gonna kill these and then bomb.
Nice. And get the 2.0 there with the bomb.
And now this is my favorite 2.0 in the game because all of these items are point items. It's amazing. That power item you saw there was just from his unfocused shot.
And
okay.
using the Gohei up to the side there to just get the last bit to get the 2.0. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
that delay is wonderful. This part right here is really hard to do because he basically has to kill all the enemies at a certain point, but make sure that the items don't fall to the screen. Because if you miss like 1 or 2 items, you don't get it at 2.0 basically. That's how this whole stage is that it's very strict. You have to make sure you get all the items that you intend to get.
Oh.
This spell card dies really fast because Reimu A is a beast and can just go hey spam the boss from below.
What's the
Now
huge
this-
power up there?
Oh, that's a full power. I mean, not full power. A 1 unit power thing. So if you had died to that and gotten 3 power, that thing would have granted you back to 4 power.
Ah,
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
This is basically the delay chaining in a nutshell.
This
It's
is
the
super
perfect
cool.
representation. He's gonna wait a bit and then suicide so that all these enemies die. And then 2.0.
Very nice.
And he's not gonna kill this enemy because if he lets it live, those items can go into the resulting bonus and he can get more score from the bonus. Although it's kind of annoying to leave on the screen because it keeps firing.
Mm-hmm.
That risk versus reward thing. I want more bullets so I can buy port items, but I don't want a lot of bullets because I'm gonna hit one.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And now we are going to approach probably the most hated boss in this game. I don't know if she's the most hated boss in the Touhou series, but we're gonna see kind of a really evil mechanic.
Yay.
Yeah. Basically, she flips the screen, and as a result, your controls are reversed.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't even played this game, and just looking at this, I'm like,
Nice.
no, fuck you, Zoom. This is horrible.
Wow.
Ugh. Oh, there's more to come. You haven't seen anything yet.
Can people
So
like
she did
flip
left
their
and right.
laptop? No, I'm just joking.
That's funny. Yeah, it's kind of a joke along. Just turn your computer around. So she's done left and right. Guess what else she can do?
Up and down.
The worst one. Up and down.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Whoa.
It's horrible.
It was more comedic because you cut out when you're doing this. Oh my god.
So yeah, as you can see.
Oh my
he's
god.
And this spell is a break from all those weird mechanics. It's just bullets coming from below. Although they're starting from above her and warping to the bottom side, so it's kind of cool.
Just bullets coming down from below.
It needs to be the drunk mechanic where you get inertia in your movement.
Oh my
Big
god.
spin.
Oh god. Why did you think
This is
was a
actually
good
the
idea,
easiest
Zoom?
spell
Why?
card, but-
Why? This is not okay. It's just not.
I like
Luckily,
it.
the Gohei is pretty awesome and hopes
Ugh.
and kills fast. And he's hit the 1 billion mark, yay!
It's fucking impressive.
Alright.
But,
Now, basically,
pause.
every single 2.0 on this stage, every single POC on this stage is going to be a 2.0. So this is just cashing, basically. You got your PIV, now it's time to get the score.
Get money, time to get paid, yo.
Yep, and he's not shooting here because he wants to be able to kill all of those things
At the same
in POC.
time. Yep.
Yeah.
Was that a safe spot there in the corner, or is it just coincidental that they aligned nicely there?
Oh, it has a little bit of an RNG element, so you have to sort of adjust your movement slightly.
Okay,
That
but it's
was-
generally kind of a safer area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and these he's just gonna get manually. It's kind of risky, but it's worth it.
Nice.
And those bonuses are like 14 million, 15 million. It's kind of pretty amazing.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot at this point.
They're even more with Sakia B because of the fact that Sakia B gets like tons more point added value. And as you can see, he's almost at max lives. And that's because with Reimu A, ideally you want to end off with max lives in a score run. It's not like with Sakia B, where you'll most likely end off with not that many lives.
The pattern before looked pretty evil.
Yeah, this one is just kind of moving from lane to lane, so it's not really that bad. And he doesn't have to POC here because it'll do it for him. And he also wants to let the point added value items go to him first. So he's gonna bomb here because he's actually gonna suicide right after the first spell ends, so that he can get a 2.0. And the reason he can do this is because this boss gives enough resources that if you start her with 2 out of 3, then you can still get max life clear.
Well, that's kind of a fun pattern. It makes little holes, and then you go into the hole. But
And
getting faster and faster and faster like that, oh man, that's neat. That's cool.
And dying to a spell card or bombing it is like a sin in this fight. Well, it's a sin with like Reimu A in this whole game because you need those spell bonuses. This spell has a pretty neat flaw in the sense that, I don't know, I guess it was an oversight. Basically, if you're to the side of her, all the bullets will just go to the top and they won't even like come near you.
Lol.
He's trying to position it, but he'll
It's
get
cool
there.
though. It's like a fountain. I like it.
Oh man, and you can just fucking sit there
Raise.
and raise it. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Oh, now he's milky. He's not putting the Gokai out. It's just like, go hey. It just milk.
Oh,
Look at that graze.
That's fantastic.
Dak graze.
Yep.
Someone in chat earlier was like 420 graze it. Yeah, pretty much. Oh god, these
As
get
you see,
bigger.
Oh yeah, this boss, her main gimmick, it's tied to the plot of the game, is that she has a mallet that enhances the size of the bullets. It also enhances other things, but I won't spoil that yet.
Ooh.
Okay. You left that very ambiguous.
And yeah, she's just kind of moving around the screen, annoying, but makes quick work of that. This is just memo streaming. knives are aimed. You want to dance through the static rotating lanes.
Okay, so those are static.
Yeah.
Neat.
And now she's gonna bounce lasers off the screen because why not? Look at all those lives.
Wow, yeah.
And he's barely gonna make it too. Like, he just calculates it just so that he just gets exactly max lives. Like, this last bonus of the game is gonna be the life piece. So.
Very cool.
All right, ready?
Oh no! Oh no!
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
For
No!
complaining that there were small hitboxes.
Oh god!
This guy never runs out of ideas.
Again, like I've seen videos of this, but just why? Why would you think this is a good idea?
It's a
On the
good idea to
first-
me. I like it.
It's static, but with Reimu, it's actually not so bad. But with Marissa and Sakia, they have bigger hitboxes than Reimu, so this spell is like hell for them. Except Death Mania.
Well, as long as he dodged it like this, it doesn't seem that bad, really.
Yeah, you just gotta stream the lanes inside the lanes. This spell card is a reference to Attack on Titan. I think the name is Wall of Ishun or something.
Whoa!
Attack on. All those bullets will stop moving if you touch them, but if you go away from them for a while, they'll start to aim towards you.
Whoa.
And the final spell card in the game, basically Rainbow Heaven. She starts off summoning 2 clones of herself. I don't know how she's able to do that, and then as the card goes on, she'll start summoning more of her clones, and they'll start adding layers of bullets. Green ones are random, yellow ones are aimed, and then the blue ones kind of have like a set path. You'll see those in just a bit.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess the strategy here is to try to go to the left around the blue lanes and kind of move to the right while avoiding the green stuff, which is the most threatening part because those are the unpredictable ones.
Cool.
Awesome.
Wow.
Just barely getting that last life.
Yeah. Wow.
And yeah.
Wow. That's fucking impressive.
That's crazy.
Once again, the player is Reimu A. Reimu A.
I think his name is White Rat. I don't know why he puts Rie on his replay name though.
White Rat. Okay.
Because it was
That's what we have on
the
the,
replay.
Kudos. Okay, kudos to White Rat then.
Yeah, big ups to White Rat.
Pretty good play. All right, sweet.
I unfortunately have to leave, but I hope that you guys finish out the episode strong. I'll be sure to check out the end. So,
Yeah.
bye,
It's fun to have you around.
I have to get going too. I'm sorry for the Skype call earlier. I don't know what happened. I rebooted my router and it worked. So
But yeah, finish strong with the extra. You guys got this.
yeah,
No
extra
problem.
mode.
Awesome job so far, Mino. Keep it strong.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank you.
coming on, Mino, and bearing
Yeah, thank you,
with,
thank you very much.
This is
All right,
fun.
later.
Okay, take care,
Later,
guys.
Bye. See ya, Aquas.
All right.
Bye, Soda.
See ya.
All right, and then there were 3. Okay. So why don't we just go straight to the extra stage replay, shall we? Is there anything you'd like to preface the extra replay with?
Yeah,
You know?
I actually need to. Okay,
Go ahead.
so this extra is going to be done with Marissa B. And her bomb is special in this game in that she releases this little sun type thing that kind of starts moving up, and any bullets that come in contact with it turn into power items. So what you're going to see is a lot of abuse for that to get 2.0s. That's just what I wanted to preface, so you're not surprised.
Okay.
It starts.
Okay, sounds good. I do have a question though. Is like, is there a particular reason you want to get the power items instead of point items for the point of collection? This is a general question, I suppose.
Well, the thing about her bomb is that it only turns them into power items. So it's kind of unfortunate that way because the power items don't work off of the point item value. They just have their own set. But
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, cool. I think we got it then. So with what character is this again? Reimu B?
Marissa B.
Marissa B. Okay, Marissa B. Okay, cool. All right, let's get into it. Last replay. And then who is the player on this one?
G or Jai, I don't know how you pronounce it.
CHI?
Yeah, JI.
Oh,
JY, yeah.
JY. Okay, gotcha. JYG. Okay, cool. Let's count down. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, as you can already see, it's already starting.
Oh, that's a cool bomb.
Yeah, all those bullets are aimed at you, so you just sit in that little circle and get a lot of power. So, what you'll see most of the time with this shot is during this stage in particular, when he runs out of bombs, he'll start suicide while grazing, because you actually do get invincibility during this bomb, but it's not really a lot, so you'll have to go back into that little sun thing to stay safe.
Okay, you can see the invincibility run out because the flashing goes away. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Character? Okay, I noticed that.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and milk that for graze.
Cool.
And yeah, as you can see, the bonuses aren't gonna be too big when there's a lot of power items because of that obvious flaw.
Right.
But you get so many of them that it still adds up in the end.
So this character choice
ends
up being more optimal than others because of the bomb. Is that correct?
Only on the extra stage.
Okay.
The reason is that she does get pretty far in the main game, especially on Lunatic because of how many bullets there are. But Sakia B's bomb for point item value is just so OP that no one could even dream of being Sakia B.
Okay.
And yeah, you see, he's just
constantly
away.
Yeah, it's funny.
Raising that laser spawn point with the 2 mid bosses that are from stage 4, as you saw earlier. Another thing to note is that Marissa B has a special ability where when she fires on bosses, even when she's focused, she'll always get power items. Like, it's a little weird, but she's just a shot of power. All about power items.
Okay.
It's interesting to note that in the demo of this game, her bomb actually canceled bullets from the spell cards too, but Zune removed that, which is kind of nice because it allows for spell caps. We all like spell caps.
Yes.
And speaking of that, the spell bonuses are really high in this game. They start at, in this extra, they start at 29 mil, so it's very, very important that you don't fail a spell in this stage.
And the extras do tend to be the more difficult course, like in the Touhou games, it seems.
Well, basically every category is like really difficult when it gets optimized.
But I find that the extra stages tend to just throw everything at you in the Touhou games, it seems. Maybe I'm wrong.
The extra stages are actually not as bad as the lunatic mode or the hard mode, simply because the patterns, they're mostly about tricks rather than, because while some of them look intimidating, they always have like these little tricks about them that you can use.
I see.
I'd say extra mode is harder than normal, but less harder than hard, I guess, in a difficulty sense.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, since it unlocks from beating normal, and then on easy in some games, if it were to be like really crazy hard,
I see.
it might be a little accessible.
I see.
And then we're starting to approach the end of the stage. If you notice, he's also getting a lot of point item value from the bomb. Unfortunately, it can't come in handy for the power items, but it still does increase the value of the point items you might collect after the bosses died. Into the spell card. So this is Raiko, and this is basically like the best thing for Marissa B ever, because she fires all her bullets in like little ring patterns from that little drum of hers. So as you can tell, there is going to be a lot of power items, a lot of bonuses. Her bomb actually does do damage as well, so...
Oh, is that why he's deploying it, like, from behind a bit?
Actually, well, he's deploying it at the bottom so that it can kind of gradually move up. Because if he starts the bomb
Yeah.
on her, it'll just go above her.
Yeah, right.
And it
right.
moves really slow too.
Yeah, it looks like a good place to do it.
Yeah, Mercy B's crazy in this game. He's gonna miss that life piece because, I mean, you're gonna get a lot of life pieces from all the 2.0s, and it's better to just kill the spell card as fast as possible for maximum spell bonus. Mercy B is pretty good because she has the most like raw upfront power. I mean, Reimu A and Sakya A are stronger with little broken mechanics that they have, but as you can see, she fires a lot of bullets too, so there's a lot to graze and a lot to cancel. I figured if we were gonna show the extra, we need to show Mercy because this is what she basically does best in this game. Like, no other shot even comes close to her scores in this, because I guess it's because of the fact that in this, since the stage is so short, you don't really have enough opportunities to cash in on PIV, so
it ends up being more.
The scores in the stage for just world record aren't like that much higher than just a regular clear. So, I mean, a regular clear that doesn't like fail on spells and all that stuff. And this third non is actually different from the others because she fires them at a slower pace. So what he's mostly going to be doing is kind of bombing and then kind of grazing around the rings.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. I've kind of run out of things to say about this bomb.
It's okay. You don't have to talk all the time. I like to watch it sometimes too.
Alright.
The drums, yeah. That's your thing.
Yeah, and even in the song, there's a lot of like drum beats and such.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
There's a part in the song where it's just percussion, so it's pretty interesting.
Cool. So is he trying to wait till the timer is about to run out here? Or is he just kind of just bombing as much as he can? Looks like the timer is about to go.
He just bombs like right after that other bomb wears off. And then the bomb starts to up and start gather items.
Regardless of the timer, okay. This is the full milk here. With this replay.
Mercy is pretty crazy because you can basically cheese a clear with her by just using your bomb to cancel out everything.
Yeah, it seems kind of cheesy, and you always get the 2.0s after it seems.
Yep, and a bunch of power. It's insane what this shot does. It's kind of crazy that Zune would make something like this, but I mean,
it seems a little too like it lasts too long or something like that. Because it just keeps doing it.
Yeah. Like there's a video actually by Giant Catfish where he basically starts one of her non-spells with nothing, and then he does the whole bombing throughout the whole non-spell, and throughout the course of that non-spell, he goes from no lives to max lives. In the span of one spell.
Wow.
Insane.
Does he theoretically spawn so many items with the bomb that it would be worth like multiple 2.0s if it was possible to collect them like individually, like in chunks or something like that?
You'll see later non-spell where he basically just POCs, goes right down, then POCs again, and goes right down, and just gets like a ton of 2.0s in like really quick succession.
During one bomb?
Yeah, it's just like dun dun dun, and you hear that little...
Yeah, because it looked like that'd be possible somehow, but I wasn't sure if having the bomb out just causes the POC to not be active or something like that. But no, seems like... No, yeah, it's there. It's there.
Yeah, and as you can see, he tries to ride the bomb up to the POC because its invincibility wears off. This spell's kind of neat because she like rams both sides of the screens and spawns bullets there.
More a drum theme there, a percussive themed attack.
And if you notice, like he doesn't POC immediately whenever the attack ends. He basically gets a 2.0 from the after spell card items by using the bomb. And yeah, just right there, he started chaining 2.0s. This is the non-spell I was talking about. It's just crazy dense.
I see it. There's a bonus. There's another one. Okay. Keep it going. Yep. It's just absurd, really.
It is. This game's shot types are all over the place. They're just really weird. The balance is really kind of weird too, because some shots are either like really broken or just really terrible.
Those like rocket drums.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. They're like rocket taiko drums like coming down the screen.
Rocket drums. That's a cool pattern. Cool looking pattern.
And then this non-spell is the last of all the milks. As you can see, his point ending value is like a whopping 200k just from all the bullets he's canceled.
Yeah, it's added up so long now.
This shot would be insane if she dropped point items instead of power items.
Yeah, really. Ooh.
Yeah, this boss has like curvy lightning lasers.
That's pretty sweet.
I always thought the hitbox of those things were a little weird just because of the little effect of the thunder outside of the laser.
I could see that.
This spell's kind of neat because basically, if you listen closely, it's timed so that it can sync in with the music. Obviously, sometimes it goes out of sync, but yeah, I'll stop talking now.
Really? Oh yeah, it did go in sync there. Funny.
Kind of nice little sly addition.
Cute.
Goes great with the theme. And yeah, this is a survival spell card where if you damage the boss, she doesn't get hit. So you just have to time it down to the end. And your spell bonus doesn't drop because that would be really ridiculous on a spell like this.
Cool. It sounds kind of silly. That's what I call the in-game remix.
Yeah, there's actually a range of this song that actually has these sound effects added in.
Cool.
It's kind of weird. And then the final spell, and like all extra bosses' final spells, it starts off easy and then starts gradually getting harder as time goes on. On the ring around her, you can see there's like little blue like marks that like divides each phase.
Okay.
The little rest notes, the yellow things, those are aimed away from you, so...
Oh, okay. So you just stay still for those.
And then in the last phase, she just fires everything. Oh.
Everything.
And then she starts adding little blue notes too, just to make your life miserable. And those are, I think they're aimed at you.
It's nice. Yeah, it looks like they are.
Okay.
Get spell card bonus.
Yep, and look at that end stage bonus.
Damn, that was like 100 mil?
Yeah, lives are actually worth, lives and bombs are actually worth a lot more in the extra stage. They're 40 million each for lives and 4 million for bombs. So really want to finish this stage off with max lives.
So that was more than 100 mil. That was like 300 mil. Or I'm not sure.
I don't even know off the top of my head. It's just big.
Sweet. Well, that's all the replays we got.
Yay.
But yeah, sweet. Man, game seems pretty legit, gotta say. And I do appreciate how simple it is too. Because it seemed like there was a nice flow to the game once you kind of know what's going on, and a lot of optimization as well with the grazing during bombs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and all the interesting little ways to get the 2.0s. It's pretty nice because every time a new world record comes out, it seems they always find a new 2.0 to use.
That's like kind of where the game has went, is getting the 2.0s in a certain way. Okay, yeah. It did look pretty tricky for some of those, like the delaying a certain way and then only killing certain enemies. Seemed like it would take a lot of experimentation.
Yeah.
To finally find the kind of right groove there. It didn't really seem like there was any point to panic bombing or anything like that in the game either. It was just very much so about using your resources for scoring.
Yeah, you get a ton of resources.
It's a resource 'em up. It's a new. It's a new.
Kind of like UFO in a way. Although I don't know which game gives more. I think this game gives more, especially if you're like Marissa B.
Well, I don't know. Do you have any advice to new players of the game? Or new players to Touhou even?
My advice is just start off low and then keep challenging yourself by maybe increasing the difficulty a bit, maybe adding condition, and then when you feel ready for it, maybe try doing a little bit of scoring. It's kind of fun.
Sweet. What's your favorite Touhou game?
My favorite is Perfect Cherry Blossom, but Double Dueling Character is definitely a close second for me. People think I'm weird for that, but...
I see. What is it about it that you like them? I think what makes you like it?
It's really hard for me to say because I find the reason I like this game is just because I guess, for lack of a better term, I just have a lot of fun playing it. I like the patterns in this game. I like the 2.0 mechanic. I think Reimu A in this game is the best shot type Zune has ever made.
That's one with that lock-on thing, the sickle looking thing, right?
Yeah, the little Gohei traditional.
Yeah, that does look pretty fun to use, I gotta say. Cool. Yeah, any final things to say? Otherwise, I think we're ready to wrap it up here.
Yeah, had lots of fun. Glad to be on here.
Yeah, definitely. It was fun to look at these replays and UK. Yeah, so the players, UKT, White Rat, and JY. So thanks to them, of course. Those are all pretty awesome replays, I gotta say.
And Hurst.
Oh, and Hurst. Yes, and Hurst. So those were all pretty good replays. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut off, and the chat can go cry in a corner because they've been having their own fun in there, it seems.
It looks like Kim Pop made it through a whole Touhou episode.
Yep, yay. Congrats to Kim Pop. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope to see more Touhou, and if you ever have any Touhou episodes in future, be sure to let me know.
Definitely. Yeah, I think you did a great job commentating for the first time on the show. So thank you so much for coming on, And I think you nailed it. You did a good job showing it off, and hopefully people get an idea of the game and want to try it themselves, because this game is available, but from Playism in the English regions. Definitely you can pick it up. Now is the time. Finally, Touhou has hit the West. So yeah, definitely check that out. We'll have a link in the YouTube description if you want to buy it. Show your support, and there will be probably more Touhou games that will get localized. So how has the localization been received anyhow for this game?
A lot of people like, what do you mean, like how?
Well, because it's not a fan translation, right? It's an official localization.
Actually, the only thing that actually got translated was the mechanics.
I see. Not like the dialogue. The dialogue, they left it alone and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I
it's a
see.
little bit unfortunate, but I mean, they did what they could. I think that Soon actually told them they couldn't translate it. Something like that.
To make sure it didn't tarnish it or something like that.
I think he said something about like wanting to verify that it was like accurate, which I mean.
Okay.
That has been his arguments in the past as well. People want to translate it, which is understandable because he's very careful with his characters, with how they talk and stuff. And when you translate to English, you actually lose a lot.
I would imagine so. Gotcha.
Luckily, the gameplay aspect doesn't change, so it's still a blast to play, and would recommend it. Just
the fact it's available and you don't need to pirate the game to get it is definitely a big achievement for the Touhou series. So it's awesome. All right, with that, this has been Shooting Game Weekly episode number 78 on Touhou 14 Double Dealing Character. Thank you, Minogame, once again, and Soda Machine for running the stream, and that'll do it for us. So take care, everyone, and have a good rest of the day and week, I suppose. So with that, we're out.
Yep.
See you later, guys.